Welcome to the intro. I'm your host, Jess Huddleston. Today's guest is Winnipeg rocker Boy Golden, whose debut album, Church of Better Daze, is all about honky tonk, good vibes, and good herbal remedies, shall we say? Congregants, meet your minister of the Church of Better Daze. This is Boy Golden performing KD and Lunch Meat. Don't knock it till you try it.
1, 2, 3. All right. This is Boy Golden and the Church of Better Daze, live at CBC Music. Toss and turn. I'm late for work again, but I'm feeling good. Yeah, 'cause I just got stoned to think I'm quitting my job today. I'm gonna get my tips and then I'm gonna walk away. Gonna get a new job, maybe take some time off to learn. I got something to roll around, and I'm feeling good. Well, don't we all need some time to unwind, take the edge off? Yeah, I want you here. Why don't you call in sick? Maybe we could just quit. Baby, that's what I did. Don't it make you wanna don't it make you wanna do something for you? Baby, we got a few $100 between the two of us. Well, that should be enough if we eat really cheap. KD and lunch meat. Well, Tuesday morning, you're out the door and I'm just tagging along. The sun's coming up. Yeah, the traffic is stuck and you're acting nonchalant. But babe, I know you're stressed. Yes, I am too. And lately I've been thinking that maybe if we wanted to, well, we could take a trip. Ooh, yeah, we could rock down in Texas. Or we could trip on your couch. Ooh, put something fun in our mouths and watch the day melt. Whatever we felt like at the time, whatever frame of mind you're in. Point is, we would have the time. Point is, we would have the time. Don't it make you wanna hey. Don't it make you wanna do something for you? Baby, we got a few $100 between the two of us. Well, that should be enough. That should be enough to hey. Don't it make you wanna do something for you? Baby, we got a few $100 between the two of us. Well, that should be enough. That should be enough too. If we eat really cheap, hey dear, whoa, make you wanna hey. Don't it make you wanna do something for you? Baby, we got a few $100 between the two of us. Well, that should be enough. That should be enough too. You know,
What?
eat real cheap.
How cheap?
So cheap. Talking to 7-Eleven.
Oh.
Sing along.
Yes, that was so fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
You had a good time?
I had a good time.
Who are we with here? Who's everyone?
To your far left, we've got Tizzy. We've got Osty P. We've got Brother Roman over there. We've got Coco on the bass and Uli on the guitar.
Okay, nice to meet everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. And you're Boy Golden.
I am.
Not to be confused with Golden Boy. I've brushed up on my Winnipeg history, and that's a statue, a famous statue that's right downtown, right?
Yes, famous, large, nude statue that is on top of our legislative building, and he's holding some wheat. But that really has nothing to do with my name. My mother's maiden name is Golden, and I am her boy, and thus Boy Golden.
Really?
Really.
I would have assumed it was definitely a play on the wheat statue.
Well, it can be whatever you want it to be, but that's what it was for me.
Very cool. I love that. Katie and Lunchmeat, I want to talk about that. I have many questions about the meal, about the song. I feel like when you name a song something like that, people could look at it and think this is satire, or maybe it's a jingle for a new Lunchable I've never tried, and not give it a fair chance, which would be such a shame because it's such a great song. So tell me about putting that together and kind of your thought process.
True. I mean, the name came last after I already wrote the song, and it just seemed like the most obvious lyric in the song to title the song after. And I thought it was a funny lyric and a funny name. It does have a few issues. People in the United States have no idea what KD is. They call it Blue Box down there, which
I was
is
just going to
completely
ask you
whack.
that.
Blue Box, what is that?
It's not
KD.
KD.
You ask any Canadian what KD is, they can tell you right away.
Absolutely. And you've had to explain it to a lot of Americans, I would imagine.
We actually made custom Kraft Dinner boxes. I wish I'd brought one in, but they have my face on them and my own nutritional information. Sorry if I'm taking your questions already, but
You're not. I did know that they were a bit of the marketing, but I didn't know about the nutritional information.
yeah. So it was just a full-on satirical Kraft Dinner box that we sent to all of the radio people in the States to try and get them to understand what it was.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what was the response?
Delicious, they said.
Delicious like the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys are all from Winnipeg, and I want to talk about that music scene growing up. Did Winnipeg and the scene foster your love of this kind of music, or did you have to go elsewhere to kind of find that?
Definitely, the Church of Better Daze is very Winnipeg inspired. I'm very inspired by all of the people in this room. We all play in each other's bands all the time. We all write with each other. We all play all over each other's records. And to me, that's kind of what it's all about and kind of what is so inspiring about the scene. I think that none of us grew up in Winnipeg. We all grew up in various rural Manitoban towns and then eventually moved to Winnipeg, probably attracted by the music scene. But it now... I lived in Toronto for a little while, and then now I've come back and really found a newfound appreciation for my pals and for the scene there. It's really strong, and it seems like it's getting stronger all the time. I feel like it's very exciting in Winnipeg right now.
It is kind of popping off, isn't it?
It is.
It's nice. It's nice to sort of go home and rediscover your love for your hometown. You used to perform under your real name. I'd say that music was a little bit more serious. Boy Golden feels more lighthearted and fun. But what inspired the rebrand?
It was really a matter of me finding my voice as an artist, I suppose, and wanting a lot more freedom to say whatever I want and write whatever I want and put together a brand that was a little more fantastic than just regular old Liam Duncan. And Boy Golden as a character isn't really too far off from me. It's just pretty much all my favorite parts of me without any of the more human insecurities. You know what I mean?
So you're living the dream.
I'm living the dream here today, and then I'll go home and back to regular life.
Well, I'm glad that we can be this escape for you. I'm glad that you can be Boy Golden, and I want to hear another song. What are you going to perform next?
We're going to play A Little Space next.
Okay, I think you're going to have to set up for that, so I'll let you guys set up, but let's get into A Little Space.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
Thanks.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I gotta ask you something. I always always stay the same. I'm still loving you. Know you love me too. If you want me to, I'll give you a little space. I'm still loving you. Know you love me too. If you want me to, I'll go outside and ride my bike away. Hey, away. Oh, ride my bike away. Still live in a basement, and that's where I'm gonna stay. Hey, I gotta ask you something. Will it always stay the same? I'm still loving you. I know you love me too. If you want me to, I'll give you a little space. I'm still loving you. I know you love me too. If you want me to, I'll go outside and ride my bike away. Hey, away. Oh, I'll ride my bike away. Just up and down the block. Going to 7-Eleven. Getting a Slurpee.
You know, I don't know if I've ever said yeehaw before, but I feel like now's the time to start.
It is the time to start. Let's practice.
Okay, you go.
Yee,
Ha.
yee.
Ha.
Ah, we're so good at
Okay,
it.
look at that energy. This is too much fun. You guys are giving me jam band vibes. Do you consider yourself a bit of a jam band?
We're a bit of a jam band.
A bit of one.
But I have to say that I had exclusively marmalade this morning.
Come on now.
I know for a fact Chris is a jelly guy.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of a pun, so we'll keep that. That's
Okay,
great.
perfect.
And you tour the Wurlitzer.
Yeah, it's
This
such a
can't
pain.
be light to lug around.
No, it is.
Sorry for
It is
touching
heavy.
it.
No, you can touch it. Yeah. Feels good. Yeah, it's like 40 pounds, maybe 50 pounds. And I usually just take it under my arm like a very large suitcase or a large dog, maybe, that you would
Right.
have to carry under your arm for some reason. But also, I sometimes put it in a case, which adds an extra 40 pounds and makes it really, really inconvenient. But I drove all the way here from Winnipeg because I wanted
Wow.
to play this and all these nice vintage amps.
Worth it for the vibes.
Absolutely.
Church of Better Daze is the name of your debut album as Boy Golden. And between the jam band thing, the vibes on the album, it's clear via the album that you don't mind weed.
No, I actually quite like it.
And all of that kind of reminds me of 70s culture. Good people, good music, united by a good high.
Absolutely. I mean, and also, you know, sometimes some of the music borders into country, and I'm like a big outlaw country fan, big country fan in general, and I feel like that there's an element of that sort of counterculture edge that's been lost to a lot of country music. So I like to use it as kind of it's more of a writing device than anything, but it's also like just a part of my life. So I write about it like any other part of my life.
I feel like the messaging is really togetherness and community.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw something around the album that said, if you're open to learn and can speak your truth, you can blaze and still get paid. Walk me through that.
That last part is a line from the Church of Better Daze song, and that song sort of sums up how I feel about things. Follow your heart, make good art, call your mama, work hard.
Very nice.
That's all good advice.
That's a bumper sticker in the making, too. If you don't have that merch idea
I do
together
have
yet.
bumper stickers. You can get your bumper
Oh.
sticker. You can go to churchofbetterdaze.com
Great.
and sign up for my congregation, and then I'll send you a welcome package in the mail.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And before you made this album, or when you made this album, rather, you said that you were feeling good for the first time in a while. How so?
I mean, it's a long process, sort of figuring out what works for you creatively. But this album was really made during a time where I was able to cut back on trying to be an artist and trying to chase a career or trying to book a bunch of shows. I literally I played in other people's bands and mixed music and worked at a job. And then whenever I had time, which was pretty often. Wasn't that busy. I would go into the studio and I would just try and make a song just purely for fun, for the enjoyment of it, and this is what came out of it. And it's definitely surprised me how far it's gone already.
Yeah.
It's a little bit terrifying, but it really came out of just like really wanting to enjoy the creative process. And so the last few years have been me figuring that out, and that's part of what I want to preach at Church of Better Daze as well.
I think that's a fine sermon.
Yeah.
But that's what it's all about. That's what a lot of things are about, is the minute that you really tap into your organic love and appreciation for something, it all flows the way it was meant to.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you can avoid putting any undue commercial expectations or any real expectations on your art at all, and just make the thing that you want to hear, that is what's going to probably end up resonating the most, because there are other people out there who like what you like.
Absolutely. Well, this was so much fun. This honestly made my week. You guys make really special music, and I hope you keep it up.
Get at us for bookings.
Always take the plug opportunity.
I do.
What's the final message you would leave your congregants with of the Church of Better Daze?
Stay crispy.
Stay crispy. Nice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Intro, Canada's home for new and emerging artists. If you'd like more episodes of The Intro, you can hang out here, or you can head to cbcmusic.ca/theintro.